Hey guys, good morning. What's up? Welcome to another episode of Clangin and Bangin with Mikey, episode 16. Today we're going to talk about gratitude. And if you look up the definition of gratitude is to be grateful or thankful. And we're going to talk about a few other things like longanimity and everything like that, which is the endurance of hardship and all that stuff like that. Well, but the main focus of this podcast this morning on this beautiful Sunday morning is gonna be about gratitude. Uh, where do I start, man? Gratitude. Let's start in 2012. I was 23, and I had just lost my dad, and I was going through some shit, man, some heavy, dark shit, and I was still in college, so I took a semester off just to figure shit out. I came back the next spring, um, and I almost made the dean's list. The first time in my life, I almost made the dean's list. I think I had like I think I had what was it? I think you had to have a 3 point whatever it was to make the dean's list, and I was just below that. So I came back the next semester. I went to summer school. I got a 4.0. And I know you're probably thinking, what the hell, like Mikey, what the hell does this have to do with gratitude? I'm getting to that point. um, I had to channel my energy into something that I could control. I had to not distract myself. But I had to deal with my emotions the best. The only way a 23-year-old kid knew how to deal with that, and it was school in the gym. And yeah. So when I graduated college at 26, so for the next 3 years, that's what I did. I had my ups and downs, peaks and valleys for sure. End of the day, man. I had to show gratitude, bro, because my scholarship that I had, they went to bat for me and they stuck their neck out, and I finally did it. After years of going to school, and struggling, a lot of this shit was self-imposed, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you and tell you that I was some academic all-American or I studied all the time, or because I didn't. I was your typical, you know, high schooler going in his 20s, didn't know what he wanted to do, didn't know how he was going to navigate this thing called life. And on top of that, man, it's like I lost my pops. And I look back on it, man, and I don't we never really had the best relationship. He wasn't the most supportive cat. He wasn't the most, you can do whatever you set your mind to type of cat. He wasn't that. He was the type of dude uh that it was never about self-doubt. He was more like, why you think the way you think, like what's the reason behind it, man? And it's like, and I never got the chance to ask him why, you know, um, why he thought the way he thought. I remember coming home from work one night, and I got home about midnight, 11:30 midnight. And I got off work at 10:30, so I had no idea why I was out till that late. And I remember Kim coming home, and my dad was like, "Yo, we supposed to have that conversation," and we never did. Uh, Things took a turn for the worse, and we never had that conversation, and it kills me a little bit inside because I had some shit at 23 that I really wanted to say, man, that I really wanted to get off my chest. And the immaturity of me caused me to think that we had time when we didn't. And that's why when I tell people, man, it's like nowadays I'm like, yo, like show gratitude, be thankful. You know, it's like because you don't know when you're gonna check out. You don't know when the last time that you gonna speak to somebody that you love. You don't know when because we're all in that line, right? We're all in that line of life. That's what I call it, the line of life. And you can't you can't add more time to your life. You can't step out of line. You can't move back. You're stuck in that your place in line is cemented. And yeah, man. Gratitude, bro. It's something that over the last decade or so, I've been working really hard, to be thankful for things, man. It's like, um, flash forward, I do my first bodybuilding show in 2018. I was so dead set on doing the show, and then I was so dead set on getting off the rock. I was 29, about to hit 30. Um, Never really lived anywhere else, and I've always wanted to experience that. And the longanimity of that of that self-imposed hardship when I moved to Cali. Um, I was supposed to go there for school, get my master's. I was told one thing when I got up there, it was completely different, and that put a sour taste in my mouth, right? And I was living with family at the time too, looking for my own apartment and everything. And there was a lot of miscommunication in that situation, and it wasn't on my end. It was more with the people I was living with, my aunt and my uncle. And that situation told me one thing: is like, bro, if you ever do this again, or I don't care what situation you're in, um, you can never depend on anybody but yourself. And that's what I took from this, man. It's like I've as I've gotten older, I've gotten, you know, I don't talk as much. I pay attention to the details because the little details matter. I'm the type of dude who will watch how you move, not what you say. You know, to me, words don't mean anything. Actions always do. And gratitude, man. Just be thankful for the problems you got. Be thankful for you know, that your problems aren't as bad as other people's problems, man. It's like, cause I guarantee you, somewhere out in the universe, man, there's somebody out there wishing that they had your problems. It's like, something as minuscule as trying to pick something off for work or what to get for lunch or whatever it is, bro. Right? It really doesn't matter. And the last topic I'm gonna hit on is the universe. The universe, man, it's funny. Um, I was dead set on dipping out last year. It was February, January, February of 2020, and I was like, I had shit situated where I was looking at apartments. I had a couple jobs lined up, in the mainland, and the exit plan was July of 2020. And I wasn't gonna tell anybody what I was doing because they didn't need to know. I was literally gonna be here one day and gone the next. And then COVID happened, and then we were all forced to stay at the crib. And then those jobs that I had lined up, they dried up because the pandemic and everything, right? And it's crazy because if I didn't slow down and like really think about what I was doing, I wouldn't have met some of the people that I know now. I wouldn't have met some like-minded people. I wouldn't have met some people who, when they walk into a room, they light it up by them just being them. Um, I wouldn't have had the conversations that I've had with these individuals, just by them being them. And sometimes, man, the universe will tell you shit until you get it. Until you slow down and be like, yo, why am I going through the same issue again and again and again? Because you ain't paying attention. One of my partners told me, he's like, bruh, he's like, the universe will give you the same lesson over and over and over again until you figure it out. Another partner of mine said, because he was talking about the podcast, like all my topics I talk about, bro, and he's like, bruh, just keep doing what you're doing, because the ones who hate you the most is the motherfuckers who know you, who know you the most. The guys who know you from jump, and they can't figure out why you think the way you think or why you're moving the way you're moving. But just keep doing what you're doing. And like the shirt says, man, the only easy day was yesterday. As y'all know, 3 weeks out as of yesterday, so we're just all gas, no brakes up to this point. But the tide is all in, man. Gratitude, man, it's something we all gotta strive towards and work towards, because we all have things to be grateful for, whether it's big, small, it doesn't matter. It's like we need to stop comparing ourselves to other individuals or to our past selves, because this current version of ourselves doesn't deserve that disrespect. And yeah, I say disrespect because if you constantly comparing yourself to what you did in the past or what somebody else is doing, now, are you really grateful or are you judgmental? It's like, are you judgmental because you're not where you want to be yet because of what you got going on, or is it because you have extenuating factors that are causing you not to look at your blessings, only your problems? There's a psychology 101 says, if you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll have more solutions. And in a way, they're talking about gratitude. In a roundabout way, they're talking about gratitude. Like, focus on what you have, man, not what you don't. Focus on the positive. Because in every situation, there's a positive. No matter how shitty, the situation is, there's always a positive. So on that note, man, I hope y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Hope y'all spending it with people that you love, people who value you, people who when they walk into a room, they light it up. All right, y'all. Checking out. Ghost.